King of the Ring Extreme, the blood-soaked, death-defying, high-stakes tournament where 8 of the world's greatest professional wrestlers lay it all on the line for their shot at the crown. Last year's winner, the King of Kings, Triple H, must contend with 7 brand new competitors as a new game plays host to the big event, WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. Can the cerebral assassin claim victory once more, or will a new challenger take the throne? It's time for the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament to begin.
Every video here on 616 Entertainment is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoyed the show here today, consider signing up. You'll get early access, exclusive videos and podcasts, and more. Pro Wrestling Tees has the merch. As always, thank you for watching. Oh, how you doing, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Welcome to the 5th annual King of the Ring Extreme Tournament. Yes, indeed, this is 5 years in a row. Oh, you gotta love that pyro for the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. You gotta love annual traditions, and as you know, if you watched this channel over the last year and a half, or if you watched the Grand Fantasy Rumble last week, I have pretty much completely stopped doing Let's Play stuff. But these are annual traditions and I don't want to miss them. This is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and yes, indeed, he is the first competitor in the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament. But who will Shawn be facing off with? You are goddamn right. Now, here's the thing. Look at that Cruiserweight Championship belt around the waist of the master of the 619, Rey Mysterio. I would love to sit out and let the music play a little bit, but WWE cracks down harder and harder every day with their music, with their Titantron videos and all that stuff. So we gotta be careful. Just like Rey Mysterio is going to be careful in this opening contest against Shawn Michaels. Now, being that this is King of the Ring Extreme, that means that every single one of these matches will be extreme. Every match will be a gimmick match, and because the announcers didn't tell you beforehand, I will tell you now. Look out, look out! Rocker Dropper from Shawn Michaels in the early going. Following up with that teardrop suplex, wasn't to be. Rey Mysterio sends Michaels off the ropes, meets him back with a pop-up drop kick to the face. This is a last man standing match. So Shawn Michaels using that victory roll that he loves, Rey Mysterio with the West Coast pop. Those moves are not going to get it done. That Gutbuster is certainly going to do its part toward getting it done. To win this match, you have to incapacitate your opponent for 10 seconds. And look at Rey Mysterio. Traditionally a good guy, traditionally a babyface, going low on the Heartbreak Kid. Now, I would like to just get ahead of a couple things. Off the ropes go both men. Mysterio looking for a forearm smash, wasn't to be. What's he got here? There's that forearm smash he was looking for, and a neck breaker. He knows about that damage that has been done to the spinal cord of Shawn Michaels. See, these pins are not going to do it. Not going to get it done, Ray. Every King of the Ring Extreme Tournament up to this point has been contested in WWF SmackDown Just Bring It. I wanted to switch things up a little bit. So here we are in WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. Other than last year's winner, which was the game, the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin Triple H, every competitor you see in this tournament will be a debuting face for King of the Ring Extreme. You know, I always like to carry over whoever won last year. They get the chance to do 2 in a row. Nobody has done it thus far. I want to look out, Frankensteiner from the top rope. I want to say our winners in order across the first 4 years were Edge, Kane, Chris Jericho, Triple H. Triple H is the only returning face. So can he make it 2 in a row? It's not going to be easy. And as usual, look out, 619 to the rib cage. What a modification. Top rope. West Coast pop. God, that's fucking awesome. Did Rey ever do the 619 to somebody's rib cage? I don't think so. But that was how they first introduced that move into the video games for whatever reason. Shawn Michaels with an elbow to the back of the head and a roll-up. Are these guys just trying to get in each other's minds? These roll-ups, these pin attempts, they're not going to get you the victory in this last man standing match. So are they just trying to keep the other guy guessing? Head scissor takeover! Rey Mysterio looking like $1 million here. Oh, that spinning wheel kick to the face puts down the Heartbreak Kid. Now, after this match, I think what I'm going to do is actually turn the HUD off. So, oh, look at this. Frankensteiner, but he switches it up into a DDT. I think I'm actually going to turn the HUD off so that the finishers will be a total surprise. Because as we can see right now, both guys are about a third of the way to earning their first finisher. Look out! Rey Mysterio! Code Red! Shawn Michaels in a bad way! And I think the other thing that we're noticing right now is that this King of the Ring is probably going to be longer. Up and over the top rope goes Shawn Michaels. Probably going to be longer than any King of the Ring tournament we've had in the past because nobody has even taken any damage yet. Nobody's body has turned yellow, let alone Frankensteiner, let alone orange or red. And I don't think either one of these guys, Sweet Chin Music attempted, he didn't get all of it. I don't think either one of these guys, German suplex, are going to be down for the 10 count until we see major damage. We do see Shawn Michaels' head has turned yellow. Rey Mysterio's body turns yellow. So now we're getting somewhere. Shawn Michaels, teardrop suplex. Down goes the master of the 619. And you know what? While I've got you here, why don't I sprinkle in a little bit of hype for GM Showdown 3. Yes, indeed, I've been talking about it for a long time. No Taxes, Nigel Bravo and I are deep into production on GM Showdown 3. It has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Flapjack! That's an awesome animation. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It has taken so much longer than I thought it would, and initially it was because of, you know, both of our schedules. It's hard to get two grown men available at the same time for long periods of time. That's just the way of the world. But then also, as Nigel put it, I decided to go and write a whole fucking book, which took a long time. So now we are back in the saddle. Arm drag takeover. And why don't I show you a little bit of GM Showdown 3 right after this match. I'll show you a little something. You gotta stick around for it. Shawn Michaels goes under the ring for a steel chair. Oh my goodness! DDT on the chair. Not good for Rey Mysterio. Shawn Michaels gonna follow up on that offense. Oh, and he's going to work big time on the skull, on the spinal cord. Rey Mysterio trying to end this big momentum change here, and a bulldog like that is exactly the way to do it. What a match we're seeing here. Opening contest of King of the Ring Extreme 2025. And as always, Dan, I always tell you, place your bets. Who is moving on to the second round? And I just have to say right now, oh my goodness, Sweet Chin Music! Rey Mysterio is down, and the referee is not going to start counting to 10 until one of these guys is completely laid out. Those are the rules. Don't ask me to explain why, because it doesn't really make a lot. Sweet Chin Music again! It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Oh, and I forgot. Once you get your first finisher, your meter builds quicker and quicker. Okay, so I don't have to adjust that. That's fine. Also, it goes without saying, I don't know the last time you watched the 2021-20... Oh, that was fucking awesome! Rey Mysterio gets a chair of his own, tries to slide in the ring. Shawn throws his chair, clanks it into Mysterio's, which clanks into his own head. And how about this? A little tit for tat, a little bit of dick for dick. Suplex from the middle rope. Tit for tat, dick for dick. That is a big moonsault. That is a Nigel Bravo specialty right there. Shawn Michaels looking for a dropkick. Rey Mysterio not home. What I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by fantastic action is exactly that. This is fantastic action. I don't know how many times you guys have watched the older King of the Ring Extremes, but the powerbomb reversal off the Frankensteiner. The shitty AI in Just Bring It is very charming, but it's also like, man, it would be kind of cool to watch some good matches. You know what I mean? And I feel like here, just in this opening contest, we are seeing a really good match. And we are also seeing Sunset Flip. We are also seeing Shawn Michaels run away with this in the early going. Rey Mysterio trying to ground him, trying to slow that momentum, and that has been the story of this entire contest thus far. Rey Mysterio has to do some damage. This is why we have to turn the HUD off. Oh, teardrop suplex! This is why we have to turn the HUD off, because we don't want to, like, have factually in front of us, oh, Shawn Michaels is winning, you know? We want to be, like, guessing, oh, who has done the better damage? Up and over the top rope, drop kick, basement drop kick to the face. Rey Mysterio, you gotta keep this running here. Headlock takeover, Shawn with the reversal, both men up and at him at the same time. Ball breaker into a sweet chin music, and Rey Mysterio's down. Mike Chioda signaling the count. This could be all she wrote for Rey Mysterio. What a striking combination from Shawn Michaels. I don't think Shawn knows that Rey is up, but he felt him coming. The crafty veteran is Shawn Michaels. He knew Rey Mysterio had reached his feet. He knew it was coming. Look out! 619! Rey Mysterio gonna springboard West Coast pop! But the problem is, Shawn Michaels has not taken the damage. Exactly. Shawn Michaels has not taken the damage that Rey Mysterio has. Rey Mysterio should be less focused on flashy, quick moves and more focused on bulldogs and DDTs and, you know, if he can get Shawn up to the top rope, Frankensteiner, whip him down back into the ring, grab one of those steel chairs, Rey. You got to turn things around quickly. Forearm smash, he didn't quite have the momentum to get Shawn up and over the top rope, but he does have the momentum to reverse that dropkick. Go behind into an Edge-O-Matic, look at that! Rey Mysterio taking a page out of his former partner's book, but this sweet chin music is going to bust the luchador wide open. The juice is loose in the opening match of the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament, and Shawn Michaels is shaking his shit in the middle of the ring. He's pumping up finishers while Rey Mysterio's unconscious. Mike Chioda hits the count of 7, but Rey Mysterio not ready to give up just yet. Off the ropes, head scissors, and Shawn Michaels takes some big damage. But Rey Mysterio has taken big damage as well. He's barely even aware of what the fuck is going on. We can see the blood dripping from inside the mask. Oh yeah, dude, I'm so glad that we switched over to Here Comes the Pain. This is so much fun. Oh, this isn't fun. Sweet chin music, and the blood flies like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality. That's gotta be it. Rey Mysterio has fought valiantly. He's given it everything that he's got. But with this pattern of Shawn Michaels making muscles and earning new specials while Rey Mysterio is dead, I think Mike Chioda, there's 9, and here comes Shawn Michaels is going to move on to the second round of the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament. Shout out to Rey Mysterio. He did a fantastic job, but tonight was not his night. Who will Shawn Michaels face in the second round? We are about to find out. So is a neck breaker. The big announcement, Nigel Bravo.
Yes.
I'm going to put out there the main event of Shockwave's first pay-per-view of
Blood
Season
Moon?
3. Blood Moon, the biggest match in GM Showdown history. Scorpion will defend the Shockwave World Championship against Iron Mike Tyson.
Scorpion versus Tyson. That's gonna be a brutal match.
When Mike Tyson gets in the ring, you assume Mike Tyson's the favorite, Mike Tyson by knockout. When Scorpion gets in the ring, you assume Scorpion dominating victory. I'm calling this the biggest match in GM Showdown history because what the fuck is going to happen here, Nigel Bravo? In order to rid Shockwave of the encroaching darkness, I must make allies out of enemies. Oh!
Look at that!
Maybe someone will have something to say about that next week. Wonder Woman crossbody from the top rope. 1, 2. What a fantastic opening match that was, and now the action continues. Dan's here he is, the winner of the 2024 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament and the current reigning World Heavyweight Champion. The Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, Triple H. He's rocking that purple gear because this is 2003, and right around that time, even in 2002, he started wearing some colors. We saw, joining the black, we saw the red, we saw the purple, we saw some blue. He started wearing white boots a little bit there in 2004. It was a cool time for Triple H's gear, but you're not here for Triple H's gear. You're here for the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament. You're here to see the current World Heavyweight Champion go to war with a man he has faced in the past. And that man's name is Rob Van Dam. These two men main evented Unforgiven 2002 against each other with Triple H's World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And when I say they main evented Unforgiven 2002, it was the Raw main event. The actual main event was Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. That match ended in like a no contest countout when Undertaker threw Lesnar through the stage. Why do I remember this so vividly? Because that was one of the last pay-per-views that my dad's friend had taped for me. And then my dad would go to work and he would get the tape from his friend, and then I could watch the pay-per-views because we didn't have a lot of money growing up and we didn't have pay-per-view. So my dad's friend had one of those gimmick boxes. He would turn his VCR on, he would hit record, and then I got to see the pay-per-views the next day. And when I say it was one of the last ones he did for me, that's actually not accurate because I'm also recalling that I had the tape for Survivor Series 2003 and I think even WrestleMania 20. Big face breaker right there. Triple H looking for a reverse DDT. Van Dam reverses vertical suplex. Now, I should mention, because obviously we don't have a ring announcer, it's just me on commentary. This game has no commentary. Triple H with a spear. Boom, 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 boom. The strikes to the skull. And those strikes are well measured and well chosen because Dan's this match is a first blood match. Moving on to the second round to face Shawn Michaels will be whichever one of these men can spill the juice of his opponent. And to be extremely clear, I'm talking about blood. Talking about the red stuff. Get your mind out of the gutter. Van Dam with the reversal backflip over Triple H. Got him where he wants him. No, he doesn't. Triple H, elbow to the midsection. Rob Van Dam tied up middle of the ring. DDT! And make no mistake about it, that DDT will get the job done. And as you can see, flying knee, not quite there. I think RVD a little faster or slower than Triple H had anticipated. I'm getting a phone call that says spam risk, so kiss my ass. I'm not going to answer it. That DDT and that flying knee from Triple H are exactly the type of moves we need to be seeing here from last year's winner if he wants to try to make it 2 in a row. He's got to spill the blood of Rob Van Dam. And I think RVD might be having a little bit of trouble here, might have a little more after that backbreaker slows him down. I think RVD might be having some trouble getting the offense going here. Triple H, yeah, listen to this, hold on. Oh no, oh no! Minutes in, pedigree, Rob Van Dam in a bad spot. Listen, this is the transcript of the voicemail I just got. I'm following up because we never finalized your file. It's still showing pending on my end. I can hold a little longer, but I need to hear back today. Call me when you get this. It's not even real. There's nobody I was setting up any sort of file or anything with, so everybody just be careful. Alright? Just be careful. You know how this bullshit is nowadays. Tell your parents to be careful because they don't know about technology. Triple H is beating the dog shit out of RVD. I kind of thought that if this were a Hell in a Cell match, if this were, you know, any sort of contest where a pinfall could be counted, that RVD was at a disadvantage because Triple H is stronger, and that pedigree is hard to kick out of in this game. I thought that a First Blood match actually suited Rob Van Dam because of all the kicks, because of the speed, because of the offense focused on the head. I thought RVD would excel here, but thus far, oh, what a thunderous clothesline. Thus far, that is not the case. The whole damn show is getting his shit pushed, to borrow a term from handy dandy Andy Jarrett, star of Monday Night Blitz. Triple H goes behind and just he kicks his leg out of his leg. RVD, you gotta get something going here because you are it's over. I think this pedigree is gonna do it. Oh, there it is! The bell has sounded. In record time, the game has completely squashed Rob Van Dam. The 2024 winner of King of the Ring Extreme sends a message to every other man on this bracket. He says, I'm coming for the crown again. The World Heavyweight Championship is great, but it's going to look even better with 2 crowns. Get the fuck out of here. Now, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You are going to see brand new faces in the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament. And here we go. German suplex. Scott Steiner, big pop-up pump, faces off with Goldberg inside Hell in a Cell. And look at this, knees to the midsection into a gigantic body slam. Oh shit, Goldberg is lining up for a spear. We're just seconds in. Spear! Down goes Scott Steiner off the spear. This is not good for the big bad Booty Daddy, who's doing everything he can to stop the momentum of Goldberg. Elbows to the face, off the ropes into a power slam. Now, I think I forgot to say it in the last match. Maybe I didn't have time to say it with Triple H's just total domination. Oh God, these fucking knees. Get in the comments. Place your bets. Who is winning this Hell in a Cell match? Who is moving on to the second round of King of the Ring Extreme? For whatever reason, there's no rope break inside Hell in a Cell when it comes to some of these early video games. But, you know, Goldberg had that single leg crab locked in. Scott Steiner, look at this, with one arm. Oh, what a slam. Down goes Goldberg, a one-handed power slam cover. No, not even a one. Not even a one. Now, I talked earlier, look at this, Goldberg has Steiner up. Hut! Gorilla Press Slam! I mentioned earlier that I would show you a little bit of something from GM Showdown 3 after that match, and I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. I will, after this match, I'll show you a little something from Stokro Combustion from Season 3. How do you like that? Oh my goodness, Scott Steiner doubling up on these powerful moves. Goldberg's ribs, his spine, not looking good. Clothesline up and over the top rope, Steiner line. Sorry, I gotta show some respect to the big bad Booty Daddy, who should have kept Goldberg outside the ring. I think Steiner should have smashed Goldberg's head. He's smashing his head with his bare hands, which I guess I respect. But I think he should have tried to smash the face of Goldberg off that unforgiving steel. And look at this, Steiner just trying to twist the skull off the shoulders of Bill Goldberg. Earl Hebner watching very closely to see if there's a tap out, to see if there will be a verbal submission from Goldberg. Not likely. And I will mention that this match does have a 15-minute time limit. I don't think that we're going to need it. Steiner looking for liver kicks. Goldberg, full Nelson slam, and that is horrific. What a horrific bump from Scott Steiner. And Goldberg might be looking to seal the deal here in about 3 minutes. Steiner goes up, tilt-a-whirl, jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. After that first match with Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels, I thought we were in for a long tournament. Holy shit, Dan Dance. Triple H and Goldberg getting the job done in minutes. Unbelievable. I don't think the person in the next match is looking forward to facing this man.
Breaking news here on Combustion. Andre the Garbage is here, and as you can see, he is in a wheelchair. And he's here to say that he's really hurt after Muscle Tussle. He retained, but at what cost to you?
He didn't work out.
The doctor said it was the worst case of someone being ripped in half a bunch of times that he has ever seen.
He got ripped in half pretty bad.
Oh, so many times. And what's this? Andre is announcing his Golden Trigger! Don Phoenix from White Heat Red Hot coming out. And is he talking to Rogue? Is he chatting up Rogue? What do you think he's saying there?
I can only imagine the words that are coming out of Shawn Phoenix's mouth.
Kind of looks like it's a sexually charged conversation, though, doesn't it?
I'm not surprised.
One of the best.
DDT! We know about the brain problems. Bryan
That's
Danielson
true.
has... Wait, are you calling him Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, I'm calling him Daniel Bryan because Bryan Danielson's a dumbass fucking name. They're
Finally!
getting their title shot.
Justice!
Justice. You know, they came in, they hit their kneecaps, they Nancy carried them, whatever, fucking Tanya, hi Tanya. It was a whole thing. Red Common hated it. But...
I think everybody hated it.
No, everyone loved it.
Because everybody's rooting for these girls.
Yeah. Towards a witch's hut. He's knocking on the door. Who's this coming out? Ian. That's Steve Harvey.
Oh, God. This will be the main event of this episode, I guess. I don't know what this is an episode of because I'm not running 616 Nitro. These are just kind of interstitial annual tradition videos, whatever. This is the final match of the opening round of King of the Ring Extreme 2025, and this man, Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, call him whatever you want, the leader of the NWO Wolfpack, is entering the ring to face this man. Making his first appearance in King of the Ring Extreme, just like everybody else other than the game Triple H, is the Animal Batista. Now this is early Batista. This is borderline rookie Batista. As you can see, as you can tell by his theme music, which I'm trying to talk over as much as possible so the fucking WWE doesn't come after me. This is Powerbomb versus Powerbomb. Now, the Powerbomb itself is not going to win you this match, but it certainly won't hurt your case as Kevin Nash and Batista are facing off in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Nash has the ladder early on. Batista puts Nash on the table. Oh my goodness. Oh man, look at the strength. What a slam on the 300-plus pounder from the Animal. Kevin Nash did not appreciate that very much, but I think, holy shit, Nash in the corner through a table. Batista just seconds into this contest running away with this TLC match in the opening round. Final match of the opening round. And how about that little clip that you got to see? Oh, what a spine buster. How about that little clip you got to see from Stone Cold Combustion from Season 3. Dan Dan's GM Showdown 3 is in production. You will see it soon. This TLC match, not particularly suited for... Oh, spear from the top rope from Batista. And this is a fucking beatdown early on. Kevin Nash has to get his asshole together just like that. He's got to make a big difference here. And that abdominal stretch, if he can rip the muscle off the bone of the Animal, it's gonna go a little bit of ways to slowing him down. Into the corner goes Batista, but Kevin Nash gets reversed, and Batista, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kevin Nash on Dream Street after 10 solid punches to the head. And remember, striking with a closed fist, illegal in professional wrestling competition, but not in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Oh, ball breaker! And Nash Nash has to figure this out. Once again, Batista showing off the strength. I cannot believe how one-sided some of these matches are. But yes, this is the main event of this video, the opening round, all taking place inside of one video. And then next week, or yeah, probably next week, we will see. Holy shit, we're about to see the Batista bomb. Look at the strength. Batista bomb. And he's looking for the cover, but that's not going to do it. I think the animal just came to the realization, but this is how you do it. Batista hanging from high up, and Kevin Nash using all of that 300+ pound weight to bring the animal down out of the sky. Batista maybe just a little bit overzealous there, going for the win, but can you blame him? Usually when the animal hits that Batista bomb, that's it. Why would he not think that that was going to be enough, right? But he's got the steel chair in his hands. Kevin Nash takes it to the ribcage, but he's trying to fight back. He's got some shots. DDT on a chair. The animal spiked down. And Kevin Nash says, you know what? We got to see yours, sucker. How about we get a look at mine? This is the real deal. Jackknife powerbomb. Down goes the animal. Nash throws a chair at him just for good measure. Kevin Nash hanging from the title high above the ring, and that's gonna do it! Big sexy Kevin Nash wins! LL Cool J said, don't call it a comeback. Kevin Nash says, call it punching your ticket to the second round. Batista bomb my fucking asshole. It's all about the jackknife powerbomb Dan-Dans. Next week, we are going to see Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, Goldberg versus Kevin Nash. Don't miss the conclusion of the 2025 King of the Ring Extreme Tournament.